In today's video, I'm going to be building the entire OG Chapter 2 Season 2 map in LEGO at a mini scale. I've gone ahead and grabbed a 48 by 48 base plate, and that's how big I'm going to be making this map. I'm going to build every single named POI along with quite a few of the landmarks. Really quickly before we jump into this video, please make sure that you guys are subscribed. I got a lot of more great LEGO Fortnite content coming. And only 3% of you guys are subscribed, which is absolutely crazy. We are so close to 20,000 subscribers, and that would just be amazing. So let's go ahead, hop into replay mode, and take a look at what we're going to be building. So here I have the remix map pulled up in replay mode. Now I won't be building the remix map, I'm going to be building the OG Chapter 2 map, because that's what you guys voted on. I'll be building the Chapter 2 Season 2 version, so I'll have like the normal agency, and the yacht, and the normal grotto, like this M&M sign won't be there or anything. And I don't know if it's out by now, but their Ice Spice shark will be over here, and I'm just gonna be building the normal shark. But first we're gonna start off by just doing the outline, just like one plate tall of everything, and then we will do the POIs, and then we'll do some of the more random things like the trees and like just the random buildings that are around the map. So like I said, let's go ahead and get started with this build. Alright, so here, this is the base plate I'm going with. As you can see, it's really big. If we go ahead and grab a minifigure, big old minifigure, and I got tons of blue and green plates here, and I'm just going to deck this thing out and try to do my best to make the layout as close to the Chapter 2 map as I can. So let's cut to a time lapse. Okay, so I've got like all the water around, so up here is gonna be like where the shark will be, down here is the rig and all that, so I think this is all the water we're gonna need. I'm just gonna kind of like build up kind of more structural stuff in here, and I'll lay out the actual green on top of the map. Alright, so I've kind of got like part of the outline going. You guys can't really see it. Here it is. And I'm just going to go ahead and outline this whole thing, and then I will get back to you. Okay, so I've been working for a while. It's actually a whole brand new day. But I've been working for hours to try to get this perfect. And the shape is, the shape is perfect. This is the shape of the Chapter 2 map. We got the center here where the agency will go up here, like sandy steps over here on the corner, where steamy stacks will go down here. I even made the water darker for Slurpy Swamp. I even put like the little island. So that's pretty much all done. If you're wondering why like the lake isn't here and all that, it's because it's actually raised up a little bit. So when I build it, it's going to be raised up, so there's no point in doing that. But I made sure to get all the rivers going through, of course, except for the ones over here. I just realized I forgot to put the little island here, so I'll have to do that. But other than that, like that's all done. So now what I'm going to do, I think everything over here, here, and here is going to stay like flat like it is, because it's not raised up that much. But over down here is where it's really raised up. We got some big mountains, and of course right here, you guys can see, I'll zoom in. Right here is going to be where the waterfall is from Lazy Lake, and then up here Lazy Lake will be about here, Misty Meadows down here, Retail up over here, and that gray bit there is actually where Dirty Docks is going to be. I've already kind of got that laid out. So yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and raise up the terrain for this mountainy area a little bit, and then I will get back to you guys and we'll start adding some more details. Alright, so this is the end of day 3. I built up a lot. And yes, I said day 3. I've been working on this for 3 days, even though it's probably only been like 5 minutes of the video. But I built up a lot of the terrain, most of it here. I've got like the little lake where Misty Meadows is. Lazy's gonna go around here. This will be the Lazy Lake. The waterfall over here that goes down into Slurpee. The big mountain with the weather station, all that. I built like the bunker. It's back over here. You can't really see it. And retail will go over here. But this is the end progress of day 3. So yeah, let's go to day 4. So here it is at the end of, I think this is day 4. I've done pretty much all of the terrain I'm gonna do. I finished all of the mountains over here. I even started laying out some of the spots on where the POIs are gonna go, like Lazy, Retail, and I even put like the little circle for the grotto. I put the hills and stuff that are over by Fatal Fields. I've got the little island, which I didn't have. I put this island along with this island here, which I forgot to put, but this one I like kind of built it up a little bit. That's where the lighthouse will go. I built up this here where the castle will go. I kind of laid out where Sweaty Sands is. I put 2 little water pockets of where there are like these 2 little lakes. So yeah, I've gotten pretty much all of the terrain stuff done. Of course, I'll go into more detail on what each of these mountains and each of these things are once we are completely done with the build. But this is the end of day 4. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow on day 5. Okay guys, so it is currently day 5. I'm not quite done for today, but I've only made a few small changes. I wasn't able to work on this as much today as I have been on all the other days, but I added just a few more hills. I also put the outlines for almost all the named locations, so Pleasant right here. I put the one for Holly Hedges. Down here we've got where Misty Meadows will go, along with kind of like the bridge going across the water. These 3 were here last time you saw. All the way down over here you can see Steamy Stacks. And then up there, this is Craggy Cliffs. So I'm pretty sure I've got them all. Of course, I'm missing the agency, but that's just because that's just going to be built up on this plate. The yacht is just going to be a little boat. And then the shark, which actually, as of recording today, I believe the update for the shark just came out today, where it's like the Ice Spice shark. I haven't played the update yet because I've been busy working on this in my free time. So I think that is going to be all the name locations. So we're going to go ahead and build each named location, which is definitely going to be probably the most fun part of this tedious build. Alright guys, I have officially put all the named locations on the map. At the end I'll go into more detail on each of them. But just to show you some of my favorites, we got Frenzy Farm, Retail Row, Lazy Lake, and down here we got Slurpee Swamp. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some of the landmarks around the map with just some of the smaller buildings and that kind of stuff. Okay guys, I have placed like just about every single building I could on here that actually belongs, along with all of the bridges. Just for example, we got the purple bridge right here. But now I just gotta go around and place all the trees, but I'm feeling really burnt out today. I've been doing this for hours straight. So I'll see you guys tomorrow when we place the trees on day whatever it is. I'm happy to present the Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 2 map built completely out of Lego. There is so many little details in this build, so let's go ahead and get into each and every single one. We're gonna start off with the POIs. In the center, we've got the agency, which just consists of 4 simple parts. It is a very simple little build, but I think it works great, and the green, of course, is meant to represent, like, the little island it's on. And, of course, it's put right in the center of the map. Now let's take a look at the rig. This is where the TNTina boss spawned. I have it floating just above the water with some studs. This orange cone is meant to represent the crane. This is supposed to be, like, the big, like, metal structure that is kind of like in the middle, and then over here there's like diagonal of all this there is another little building, usually where TNTina would spawn. Going all the way up to the top of the map, we've got the yacht. This is another very simple build, just consisting of 4 pieces. all white except for this one, which is just a brown plate meant to represent the deck of the boat. This is where Deadpool was. The grotto was definitely the easiest POI to make because it was just a few holes in the ground. Now I couldn't actually build like an actual cave under there, so the entrance right here, I just used this 1x1 flat stud, which actually is a like soda print, which does add some more detail there. And this is like the air vent, that 1x1 plate there where you could like fly down into the grotto. And for our final boss location, we've got the shark. This one's probably my favorite that I made. You can totally see where like the nose of the shark is right here, and then the tail. Some sand here just for the beach. And yeah, it's definitely my favorite boss POI I made in this video. Now let's look at some of the non-boss POIs. First, we've got Misty Meadows, which just has 3 buildings here along with this bridge. These cone-like pieces were really good for the roofs. We've got Lazy Lake, which just consists of a pool representing one of the pool buildings. The large building in the middle and this dark blue slope is meant to represent on the roof there's like these solar panels. And then finally, this is the house all the way by the water that has like a little dock. Up here, we've got retail, one of the best POIs on this map. I've got the Nom store along with the blue house, the yellow house, and the dog house. And then finally in the corner, the like water tower, which I think turned out pretty nice. Going up here a little bit more on the coastline, we've got dirty docks. I built 2 of these meant to represent the cranes that are on the side of the dock. These 2 pieces do a great job of representing one of the giant containers, and a few more plates and cheese slopes to represent some of the other buildings. All the way up here by the yacht, we've got Steamy Stacks. This one's also in like a little L shape. And for each of the stacks, I just used this round white cylinder piece, which I think works great. It even has a hole in the center. Coming over even more, we've got Craggy Cliffs. This build is to represent the like fish stick shop. I've also got some of the other buildings that are here as well as this like little clock tower. Coming over here, we got Pleasant, one of my favorite POIs on this map. In the middle is the gazebo. This blue house is the modern house, and then all the way in the top right, we've got Doghouse. And of course, on the top left, Brick House, and this 1x1 tile is meant to represent the soccer field. Going over to the beach, we've got Sandy Steps. I've got the pier here along with this pink tile on the end that is meant to represent the ice cream shop there. This build is meant to represent the hotel with and then I've got these 2 1x1 tiles to represent the orange and blue houses. Finally, this white tile is supposed to be the like little skating rink that's there. Coming over here, we got Salty. This one really is just a few houses. We've got the basement house, the brick house, the white house, and then all the way over here is the like bluish gray house. Wasn't really much to build in this POI because it's really just a few little houses. Going over here, we got Holly Hedges, which again just consists of some houses. I've got the kind of like pottery and like landscape and outdoor shop right here, along with this white house and this yellow house. Down here in the forest, we've got Weeping Woods. I just have 2 of the like camp buildings there, along with the lookout tower. Over here in the middle, we've got Frenzy Farm. This one was really fun to build. I got these brown grates to represent like the farmland, and then the white house and the barn. And for our final named POI, we've got Slurpy Swamp. This one turned out really, really good. This little stud on top is meant to represent the like giant slurp barrel that's on top of the building. Now that we've taken a look at every single named POI on this map, we're going to take a look at some of the landmarks. Starting off down here, I built the weather station. This is supposed to be like the satellite that is up top, along with this little house. On the island down here, I've got a few little buildings. Up here on this mountain, I've got the disco house. I got a little log gem area. This is definitely where you want to drop if you're going to build a sky base. This tile is meant to represent the H house. If I flip around the whole build, this little indent here is supposed to be the bunker. All these blue studs are supposed to represent the power lines that go from retail all the way to Steamy. I've got the castle over here, which a lot of people say is like the gnome's castle, because that's usually where they hang out. I've got the very iconic lighthouse. I've also just got a few houses over here, along with this kind of like cell tower on top. And of course, I added all of the colorful bridges. Over here, we've got this little shell house, which is like on the beach, and inside there's like a little chest. And this ice cream piece works really well and looks just like a shell. And for our final and probably the most iconic landmark on this whole map, we've got Risky Reels. I've got the little house here, and then this build is meant to represent the screen. I just used a minifigure bracket piece in brown, along with a white tile, and it goes up just like that and looks just like the screen. For all the tree builds, I just used 2 green studs stacked on top of each other, which I think worked really well. Here's a top-down view of the whole map, so you can see the entire thing. This build was very difficult and probably one of the most intricate builds I've ever done just because of all the little tiny small pieces. But that is going to wrap it up for this video. I really appreciate you guys watching. I've literally been spending all my free time for the last week working on this video. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys left a like and subscribed. Or if you guys want to go one step further, you could become a YouTube member with the link in the description. I really appreciate all of the support I've been getting on these LEGO Fortnite videos, and I have a bunch more planned for the future. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and leave a comment down below what your favorite POI I built in this video was.